So the New York Post editorial board is calling on the DOJ to intervene over what it describes as New York State's unequal treatment of criminal legal immigrants. This after a heated clash between Governor Hochul and border czar Tom Homan over the state's proposed sanctuary policies. Hochul posting this on X saying, quote, "When boundaries are crossed, accountability matters. We will not let ICE use local cops to carry out civil immigration enforcement. We will not let ICE agents hide behind masks to evade responsibility. And we will not let ICE agents get away with violating New Yorkers' rights." Here to respond, border czar Tom Homan. Tom, great to see you. Your reaction to the governor.
Well, look, you said she wants law enforcement to concentrate on the local law enforcement. Exactly. I want them to do the same thing, which means they don't have to arrest the same illegal alien 15 times. They arrest them one time, they finish their charges, they hand them over to us, and they don't have to deal with that person anymore, which means that's more officers on the street to deal with crime because we're taking a lot of work off their plate.
So she understands that, but she believes that, in my view, that it's politically advantageous for her to tap into what she thought was a winning scene in Minneapolis for Democrats that made it look as though ICE was too aggressive. Do you believe that that's what she's trying to replicate here, make ICE look like the bad guy and benefit politically?
Absolutely. There's no other reason you'd want significant public safety threats to walk the street in New York. I looked at the list just this morning, Brian, and I looked at the list of top 20. Here's the charges: homicide, sexual assault, sexual assault, sexual assault, rape, sexual assault, rape, 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 sexual assault, homicide, rape, homicide, sexual assault, homicide, rape, sexual assault, kidnapping, sexual assault, rape, homicide, homicide. I can go on and on and on. Top 20 we arrested off the streets of New York because her administration refused to work with us and honor our detainers. She is making New York less safe. President Trump has done more to protect the citizens of New York than she has.
So I want you to hear what Ray Tierney told me. He's the Suffolk County District Attorney, and Suffolk County, as you know, is on Long Island, part of New York. Listen to this.
It's going to make our job more difficult. That 5-year-old child that was allegedly raped by an undocumented individual. In that case, the child was raped. Was 5 years old. She had to go for emergency surgery. She couldn't really articulate what happened to her, so we couldn't put the case together. So he would have gotten out on bail in New York State because of our bail laws. So we asked ICE to come in and detain him while we put our case.
So you know about that case. Just another example going around these ridiculous rules and laws.
Yeah, I got a phone call scheduled with Mr. Tierney this week. We're going to work together. And look, we're going to do our job. Governor Hochul's not going to stop President Trump from keeping his promise to the American people, make his country safe again. I just listed 20 of the hundreds of criminal threats that were released from her jails every day. People in the country illegally and committed rape and sexual assault and homicides. These are the people she's releasing to the streets, and we're not going to allow it. And I said before, one agent can arrest one bad guy in the safety and security of the jail, but when she releases him to the street, we got to send a whole team. What I said to her was not a threat. That's a valid response. If you want to take the jails away from us, when one agent arrests one bad guy, and I got to send a whole team to go look at this bad guy, that means a hell of a lot more agents will be in New York.
So, Tom, it's Police Week, and I know it matters a lot to you. You've done just about everything there is to do, and now your son is following your footsteps. What should we all keep in mind when it comes to saluting the police this week?
Look, there's just shy of 25,000 names on that wall. I think we added 373 names this year. The men and women in law enforcement, to include ICE, to include the Border Patrol, who the left want to attack every day. They put their lives on the line for this country every day, and many lose their lives. I've handed a lot of American flags to dead agents and the families of spouses and children of officers that died, special agents with ICE and Border Patrol agents. It's the worst part of the job. But these men and women, what people need to remember, with all the attacks on law enforcement right now, especially ICE and CBP, remember, they're moms and dads too. They're sons and daughters and brothers and sisters. They don't hang their heart on the hook to come to work every day. Many of them made the ultimate sacrifice, so I simply want the American people to understand these men and women who put their lives on the line every day, they're just like you and me, Brian, except they're making a hell of a lot less less money and putting their lives on the line, and many don't go home every day. I mean, I know from my career in law enforcement, my wife enjoyed when I came home every night from the shift. It set her at ease. That goes on thousands and thousands of times across this country every night, where the spouse just can't wait to hear that husband or the wife walk in the door at the end of the shift.
And when you say defund ICE, it's just like saying defund the police. When you ridicule ICE, you are ridiculing the police. People want to separate them. There is no separation. That's just a different specialization in law enforcement. Just final thought on that, Tom?
Look, ICE officers make this country safe again. President Trump came in the Oval Office. He took the handcuffs off ICE that were on for 4 years. And they've arrested hundreds of thousands, not thousands, hundreds of thousands of criminals and remove them from our streets and remove them from the country, which makes this country safe again. That's a big part of the reason why Trump's got, homicide rates and crime rates at a historic low, because of work of law enforcement to include ICE and Border Patrol.
Tom Homan, best of luck. Thanks so much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.